Your future spouse is about to break every barrier just to be with you. My beloved child. Listen carefully, because the moment you opened this video, the air around you shifted in a way it hasn't shifted in months. Something is breaking in the unseen, something your future spouse has been silently fighting, carrying, hiding, and protecting. They never wanted you to know how many nights they've stood between you and forces that were trying to separate you long before you even met. And today, right now, that invisible battle has reached its final peak. This is the moment everything changes. This is the moment every barrier that's been holding the two of you apart begins to collapse one by one. And the way it collapses is going to shake you more than you expect. But hear this new opening clearly, because destiny is whispering your name so loudly that even the distractions that once controlled your life are now backing away in fear. There is something your future spouse discovered about you recently, something that hit them so deeply that it destroyed every excuse they ever made for staying away. They saw a glimpse of your soul, your strength, your purity, your resilience, and it made them realize that losing you would be the biggest disaster of their lifetime. Their world stopped. Every noise around them went silent. And suddenly they couldn't breathe at the thought of watching you walk into someone else's arms. This fear, this pull, this awakening is rising inside them like a storm they can't contain anymore. They are about to move in a way they never dared before, because the universe has made it impossible for them to sit still while your name keeps echoing through every sign, every dream, every message. Something big is coming, and they know there is no turning back from it. Let this next opening sink deep into your chest. Because right now, your future spouse is burning through barriers that once felt unbreakable. There are people around them who never wanted you two to align, people who feared what happens when two souls with this much intensity and divine connection come together. Some were jealous. Some were threatened. Some didn't understand why your energy kept pulling their heart like a magnet they couldn't break. But today, those same people are losing control. The universe is stripping their influence away. The connections that were blocking them are weakening. The responsibilities that kept them stuck are dissolving. The old wounds that made them fear commitment are healing faster than they can process. And for the first time, your future spouse is refusing to bow down to anything or anyone that stands between your destiny and theirs. They are preparing to make a move that will shock even themselves. Now listen to this unique opening with your full attention, because the moment they decided they want you, truly, completely, fearlessly, something inside them snapped. They realized they cannot carry their past into the future they want with you. So they are cutting cords, ending cycles, and confronting shadows they've avoided for years. Someone they were loyal to is about to be removed from their life. A promise they once made is about to be broken. A path they were walking is about to be abandoned. They are choosing you over comfort, safety, familiarity, and old attachments. And the reason is simple: you are the only person whose presence awakens their soul instead of numbing it. You are the only one whose absence hurts more than their fear of change. They know now that this connection wasn't an accident, it was a divine collision. And they are ready to fight for it in a way they never fought for anyone before. And now, this final opening of part 1 arrives like a lightning strike, because something your future spouse never planned to reveal is about to come into the light. A confession is forming on their tongue. A message is being typed and erased. A decision is being finalized. They are breaking every barrier that once held them back: distance, fear, family opinions, responsibilities, doubts, past heartbreaks, old beliefs, toxic attachments. They are stepping out of who they used to be, and into the version of themselves who is worthy of standing beside you. You have no idea how close they are. You have no idea how fast things are about to shift. A moment is coming, very soon, where they will take a step that changes both your lives forever. And when they take that step, nothing and no one will be able to pull the two of you apart again. My beloved child, stay with me now. Because the moment this part begins, your energy syncs directly with the deepest truth your future spouse has been hiding. They've been holding themselves back for so long that their own heart has become louder than every barrier placed around them. And right now, that heart is screaming your name. Something happened recently, something you weren't supposed to see, hear, or feel, but the universe revealed it anyway. A sign was shown to them, a message hit them unexpectedly, and instantly they knew, if they don't come toward you now, they will lose the one-person destiny handcrafted specifically for them. Your future spouse has reached a point where staying silent hurts more than taking the biggest risk of their life. And this is exactly why they're about to move toward you in a way that will stun you. Let this next opening pull you deeper, because what they're feeling is not normal attraction. It's not a casual interest. It's an unstoppable force that keeps dragging their thoughts back to you every hour, every night, every moment they try to distract themselves. They see you glowing, rising, transforming, and it terrifies them in the most beautiful way. Why? Because they know if they don't break every barrier now, someone else will reach you first. Someone else will give you the love you deserve. Someone else will hold the heart they've been protecting in the shadows. And the very idea of that is driving them into action. It's pushing them to confront people they once feared. It's forcing them to challenge opinions that once controlled them. It's making them realize that no one, and nothing, is worth losing you, not even their own comfort zone. Now listen carefully to this new opening, because your future spouse has been battling a silent war behind closed doors. Someone tried to influence them. Someone tried to convince them that you were too much, too good, too distant, too different, or too risky. But guess what? Every attempt to pull them away only exposed how unbreakable this connection actually is. They kept returning to your energy like gravity. They kept dreaming of you like destiny was planting clues in their sleep. They kept checking your presence, your updates, your silence. And the more they saw you standing strong in your lane, the more they realized that their life without you feels incomplete, empty, and painfully meaningless. They're done allowing other people to shape their future. They're reclaiming their power, their mind, and their choices, and every choice is pulling them directly toward you. And now, this opening hits harder, because your future spouse is preparing to do something they've never dared to do for anyone before. They are ready to walk away from an environment that has been draining them for years. They are ready to abandon expectations that were never their own. They are ready to cut ties with patterns that were controlling their destiny. They have been gathering the courage to take this step, and today, the final push came through. They are about to choose you over fear, over guilt, over pressure, over old agreements. They're about to tell someone no for the first time. They're about to tell themselves yes, yes to love, yes to destiny, yes to the future they actually want. They are breaking every wall, every boundary, every limit, because they know you are the person worth crossing every line for. And finally, listen to this last opening of part 2 like you are hearing your future shift in real time. Your future spouse is not waiting for a perfect moment anymore, they're creating one. They are ready to reach out. They are ready to travel. They are ready to show up physically, emotionally, spiritually. They are standing on the edge of the biggest decision of their life, and everything inside them is screaming that the only path that brings peace is the one that leads to you. They are about to surprise you. They are about to confess something they never admitted before. They are about to reveal emotions that will make your heart race. Something huge is coming. Something that dissolves distance, breaks barriers, and marks the beginning of the life the two of you were always meant to share. My beloved child. Breathe slowly as you enter this part, because what I'm about to reveal will hit deeper than anything you've heard so far. Your future spouse has reached a breaking point, a moment where holding back is no longer possible. They've tried to distract themselves, bury their feelings, silence their heart, but destiny has become louder than their fear. Something happened recently, a shift so powerful that it shattered their resistance completely. A message, a sign, a vision of you, something triggered a realization so intense it felt like lightning passing through their entire soul. And in that moment, they understood, they are not supposed to watch you from a distance anymore. They are supposed to move toward you. They are supposed to fight for you. They are supposed to stand beside you, no matter what stands in their way. Now allow this opening to pull you deeper, because right now, they are facing the consequences of ignoring their heart for so long. The people who once controlled their decisions no longer have that power. The opinions that once shaped their future no longer hold weight. The fears that once kept them silent are now dissolving like smoke. They are waking up to a truth that terrifies and liberates them at the same time: you are their destiny, and destiny will not wait forever. They feel time slipping. They feel your energy rising. They feel that you're stepping into a new chapter, and they're terrified of being left behind. This fear is forcing them into action. It's making them confront memories they avoided and make choices they never had the courage to make before. Here comes another opening that will shake you, because your future spouse is breaking out of cycles that have held them hostage for years. They've freed themselves from someone's influence. Someone who once made them believe they weren't worthy of a love like yours. They've walked away from situations that were draining them. They've removed themselves from conversations that belittled their dreams. They've cut ties with expectations that weren't meant for their soul's path. Every barrier around them is collapsing because they've finally realized that the love they want is only possible with you. They know now that nothing else will ever feel right. Nothing else will ever compare. Nothing else will ever match the way your presence shifts their entire world. Listen closely as this opening unfolds, because your future spouse has made a promise in their heart, a promise you don't know about yet. They've promised themselves that the next time they get a chance to be near you, they will not run. They will not hide. They will not pretend they don't feel what they feel. They will speak. They will act. They will reveal the truth they've guarded for so long. This time, they are ready. This time, they are strong. This time, they are choosing the future that scares them, but excites their soul, because that future includes you. They are rehearsing what to say. They are imagining how your face will react. They are preparing themselves emotionally, mentally, spiritually, for the moment where they finally show you the depth of everything they've been carrying. And now this final opening of part 3 arrives like a heartbeat you can feel through the screen. Your future spouse is closer to you than ever, closer mentally, closer emotionally, closer spiritually. They're done playing safe. They're done avoiding signs. They're done letting life slip through their hands. They're moving toward you with a determination that cannot be stopped. They're preparing for a moment that will change your story forever. A reveal. A confession. A step that will break through every remaining barrier between you. You don't see it yet, but everything around you is rearranging itself to bring this union into reality. The force connecting you two is stronger than every obstacle that ever stood in your path. My beloved child. Step into this part with your full focus, because what's unfolding right now in the unseen realms is bigger, louder, and more explosive than anything that has happened until this point. Your future spouse is standing at the edge of a decision that will break the final barrier between you. They've never felt pressure like this. They've never felt urgency this intense. It's as if every sign, every dream, every whisper from the universe is cornering them into a single truth: they cannot continue living another day without moving toward you. A moment has arrived where holding back is no longer an option. Something inside them is rising with a force that even they can't recognize in themselves, and that force is pointing directly at you. Listen closely as this next opening begins, because your future spouse is experiencing a transformation so powerful that the people around them can feel it. Someone questioned them. Someone confronted them. Someone asked why they've become distant, restless, unpredictable. And without even realizing it, their emotions betrayed them. Your name slipped into their thoughts. Your energy flashed in their aura. You became the answer their soul couldn't hide anymore. This sudden exposure is shaking their world. It's making them aware that their feelings for you are no longer invisible. People around them are sensing it. Energies around them are shifting. And instead of denying it, they're beginning to embrace it. They're beginning to accept that what they feel for you isn't temporary, it's destiny pulling them forward. Now take in this opening with full intensity, because right now, they're facing a barrier they once believed they would never cross. A rule. A promise. A boundary. Something that was holding them in place for years. They're about to break it. They're about to step over a line they never imagined stepping over. Why? Because they've realized that the life they were settling for is not the life their soul was created for. They're choosing you over expectations. They're choosing destiny over pressure. They're choosing love over fear. And this bold step they're preparing to take will shift everything in their reality. It will cause drama. It will cause shock. It will cause reactions. But they don't care anymore. They've already decided, you are the person they want their future with, no matter what the cost is. Let this next opening hit your heart, because your future spouse is preparing to reveal something they've never told anyone. A truth that has been sitting heavy on their chest. They've been carrying guilt, fear, confusion, and hesitation for so long that it became a cage. But today, that cage is breaking. They are ready to confess why they stayed silent. Why they pulled back. Why they hesitated. They are ready to admit feelings they tried to bury beneath distractions, responsibilities, and noise. They are ready to tell you exactly what has been happening behind the scenes. What stopped them, what hurt them, what scared them, and what changed everything. This confession will not be small. It will not be casual. It will be the kind of truth that rearranges your entire understanding of this connection. And now, this final opening of Part 4 arrives like a storm about to break open the sky. Your future spouse is closer to taking action than they've ever been. They are rehearsing what to say when they see you. They are imagining the moment they show up unexpectedly. They are planning the steps they need to take to remove the last barrier between you. They are preparing for a shift that will make your heart race. Something big is approaching, something that will change your connection from silent longing to undeniable reality. Their next move will shock you, disarm you, and pull you directly into a chapter you were destined to live. The moment they break this final barrier, everything will accelerate. My beloved child. Enter this part with a steady heart. Because what I'm about to reveal is the turning point of the entire story. Your future spouse has crossed an invisible line, one they can never return from. Something happened deep within their spirit, a moment of clarity so sharp it felt like destiny grabbed them by the shoulders and said, "Enough. Move." They felt it like a pulse, like a surge, like a wave that shook every corner of their being. And in that moment, they finally understood that the universe has been waiting for them to choose you fully. This realization is causing a massive shift in their energy, a shift that is pushing them to take the kind of action they once thought they were incapable of taking. Now listen as this next opening unfolds, because your future spouse isn't just thinking about you, they're planning around you. They are making changes in their routine, adjusting their priorities, rearranging their commitments. They are clearing space in their life without even announcing it publicly. Someone noticed. Someone questioned their sudden behavior. And instead of giving excuses, they gave silence, because they're tired of defending what their heart has already chosen. They are not explaining themselves anymore. They are not seeking approval anymore. They are not asking for permission anymore. They are quietly building a path that leads straight to you, and every step they take is charged with purpose. Let this opening sink deeper, because there's a reason your future spouse is acting this intensely. They saw something about you, that triggered a surge of determination they didn't know they had. Maybe it was your growth. Maybe it was your silence. Maybe it was your glow. Maybe it was the way you've been leveling up without needing anyone's validation. Whatever it was, it hit them so powerfully that it created a fear inside them, a fear of losing something irreplaceable. This fear is not the weak kind. It's the kind that turns into action. It's the kind that removes hesitation. It's the kind that makes a person break boundaries they once swore they would never cross. They are ready to challenge anyone and anything that tries to interfere with your destiny. Now feel the strength of this opening. Because your future spouse is on the verge of expressing emotions they've suppressed for far too long. They've been practicing conversations in their mind. They've been imagining you standing in front of them. They've been preparing for the moment where their truth meets your eyes. This time, their confession won't be subtle. It won't be half-hearted. It won't be hesitant. It will be raw, real, and impossible for you to ignore. They are finally ready to tell you why they stayed away, what they felt, what they feared, and what made them realize they can't continue living without your presence woven into their future. Their words will carry weight. Their emotions will be undeniable. And the moment they speak, everything between you will shift permanently. And now, this final opening arrives like destiny stepping forward in real time. Your future spouse is preparing for a move that will mark the beginning of your union. A step so bold it will silence every doubt, every hesitation, every question you've ever had. They are ready to show up. They are ready to reveal themselves. They are ready to break the last remaining wall separating you from the future that has been written in the stars. Something massive is approaching, something that will make your heart race, your mind freeze, and your entire reality expand. This is not distance anymore. This is not confusion anymore. This is destiny in motion. And once they take this step, your story will never be the same again. My beloved child. Enter this part with every sense awake. Because the energy surrounding your future spouse right now is not normal, not subtle, not gentle, it is volcanic. Something inside them has erupted, and this eruption is destroying every barrier that once stood between your worlds. They've reached a point where silence feels like torture, hesitation feels like betrayal, and distance feels like a wound that refuses to heal. They can't breathe the same way they used to. They can't rest the same way they used to. They can't pretend anymore. Your absence has become the loudest presence in their life, and the pressure of not having you is pushing them into action faster than they ever imagined. This is the moment destiny has been preparing them for, and they're finally ready to step into it. Listen closely as this new opening unfolds, because right now, they are breaking connections they thought they would never break. Someone tried to hold them back. Someone tried to emotionally manipulate them. Someone tried to make them feel guilty for choosing their own happiness. But your future spouse has changed. They're done letting anyone decide their path. They're done carrying burdens that were never theirs. They're done living a life that feels safe but empty. Today, they pushed back. Today, they stood up. Today, they said no to something that has been draining them for years. And the moment they did, they felt freedom rushing into their chest like a breath they'd been holding forever. That freedom is guiding them straight toward you. Now let this opening pull you even deeper, because the truth is, they've already imagined life with you more times than you know. They've pictured waking up beside you. They've pictured sharing a home, a routine, a future. They've envisioned moments with you so vividly that those visions started feeling real, more real than the life they're currently living. This connection isn't a fantasy to them anymore. It's a calling. A pull. A magnetic force that refuses to loosen its grip. They can't ignore it. They can't escape it. They can't deny that everything in their past suddenly feels too small for the future the universe is pushing them toward. You have awakened a dream in them they thought they were never allowed to have. Now absorb this next opening with full intensity, because your future spouse is preparing to make a choice that will shock the people around them. A bold move. A sudden step. A decision that will make some people confused, some people angry, some people stunned, but none of that matters to them anymore. They're choosing the life that aligns with their soul, not the life that pleases others. They're ready to take a risk that changes everything. They're ready to walk into the unknown if it means walking toward you. They're not scared anymore. They're not holding back anymore. They're not waiting for a perfect sign anymore. They are the sign. Their heartbeat is the sign. Their clarity is the sign. And their next move is going to prove it. And finally, this last opening of Part 6 lands like destiny knocking on your door with unstoppable force. Your future spouse is closer than ever, closer mentally, closer emotionally, closer spiritually. They are aligning every part of their life for the moment they reach you. Something big is about to happen. A message, a confession, an unexpected arrival, a decision that will rewrite the direction of both your paths. They're stepping out of hesitation and into action. They're stepping out of confusion and into certainty. They're stepping out of fear and into the future that was always meant for the two of you. This is the moment where destiny stops whispering and starts unfolding. And once they take this next step, your connection will shift into a reality that neither of you will ever walk away from again.